I'm Max.
I'm Chandler, and this is another episode of Shots, movie reviews by filmmakers.
Yes, us.
The movie we're reviewing today is Pig, 2021 film, Neon Distribution.
Starring
Alex Wolff, Nicolas Cage.
Starring Nicolas Cage.
I was going in alphabetical order.
Whatever.
And Adam Arkin.
Yes.
The story is mainly centered around Nicolas Cage, who is a truffle farmer with a truffle pig.
Yes.
And the pig gets stolen, and then he goes on a quest to find his beloved.
And it's really good.
Yeah,
and
out
it's
the
really
gate.
heartwarming, and it's really, it's just a well done, well executed movie compared to a movie review we did of Lamb, where there's clearly a loss, there's clearly something wrong in the people's lives, and they deal with it in certain ways, but really nothing's resolved or answered. Nicolas Cage in this knocks out his part perfectly.
I feel like every character in this movie had a clear vision of who they were playing.
Yes.
And I think you said it the night we saw the movie, I like that they didn't make Nicolas Cage silly. He didn't go to silly town.
We all know who Nicolas Cage is. He's a meme in himself sort of thing, and he can be abused in that way. And he was
spot on. It was believable. It was basically John Wick with a pig, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and this guy who's expert. And
yeah,
you're right. It is.
It's John Wick with a pig. Ah. And I think Alex played a good, young...
Not sure of himself, but trying to hustle.
In a way, I would say the movie is categorized, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's a drama, but it's also a quest-adventure movie. And I would say a little bit of coming-of-age, middle-age.
I would say not... What's the right word? It's... You lose somebody and you can't get past it. Mm-hmm. Shit, my vocabulary has dropped to zero. He's living in this moment, and he's trying to move on. Or he's not trying. He can't move on, and then the pig is representative of
I would think there's a lot of symbolism, because I think he is not the only one. Every main character in the movie, is experiencing some form of loss at the same time, so they're all very relatable, even though there's, scummy people, because Alex is experienced the same with his mother.
And his father,
really. And his father's... The interesting thing is both movies we've seen recently, they're very clearly, they tell the audience, all right, this is Act 1. This is Act 2. And this is Act 3.
Chandler's pointing out it's a thing right now.
It's a thing where they do either chapters or act, or however they categorize it. I like how they did it in Pig better than in Lamb. Because in Pig,
correct,
the way it's labeled, the act, all has a meaning within the story as well. Which was a little touch of
It's like there's an actual writer and filmmaker behind it who has an idea of what he wants.
The director, which I did not mention at the beginning, I apologize, Michael Sarnoski. He also wrote it with Vanessa Block. And it's, I would say it has 15 wins right now, and already it has 46 nominations.
So when we saw this and it finished, there is a moment. Overall, it's good, and we're both recommending it, right?
Yeah.
But we were like, damn, the third act wasn't perfect.
It fell off.
Because Act 2 has the best scene in the movie by a lot.
Yeah. And
it's one of those things where, that scene happens, and you're like, holy shit, that was great.
I like to...
And then it never... You're in it for another 25 minutes, and it never...
The third act was sad.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
There were good monologues. The monologues were well written. Nicolas Cage had. And I think Nicolas Cage played a former asshole well. If that makes sense.
But not even, we were talking about this,
endearing. Bullies
versus
knowing who you are as a person.
And he's not a bully. He's not an asshole. He's like, hey, he is honest? How would you describe him when he goes on his tear?
It's confident. I think there's some wisdom in his character because he sees like a former person that worked for him. I think there's an endearing quality he has of being great and also falling to nothing.
He's telling you, whoever you are, what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like watching your dad go through a shitty experience.
That's an interesting comparison.
Because that's why I think it's a coming of middle-aged man story where like Adam Arkin and Nicolas Cage are both experiencing at the same time that kind of like 50-year-old loss of a partner or a job or a pig. You're experiencing loss that someone our age hasn't experienced yet because we're on the uphill and they're starting the downhill. So it's a coming of...
Right.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I don't want to go too deep into comparing, or not too deep. I don't want to... Their characters are different to the degree...
Of their motivation.
Yeah. And I don't see what's-his-face, Arkin, as a sympathetic character, even though, like, he just seems to be whether or not there are a bunch of sociopaths in Portland running around that are trying to run an empire.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he's like but he's a good little bad guy. He's the antithesis.
Yeah. He's always played that, a rich, bad, like, Sons of Anarchy, Rebel, all these movies or shows, he plays the same guy.
Yes, but really.
What are truffles?
What are truffles, Chandler? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I was like, those...
But I've used gloves to get them, just
they
like
come
I've
from
used
the
gloves
ground?
to get... And the trees show you where they are?
Is it pig poop?
No. It grows in pig poop? No, that's mushrooms.
I think it does grow in pig poop.
I don't think either
How
of
do
us
pigs
know.
find it? Do they eat it? There are so many... I don't know what truffles
we're filmmakers.
are.
We're doing a show about... called Shots by Filmmakers.
Yeah, I just don't know what truffles
We're not
are.
truffle farmers. I know that the truff hot sauce, the white one, it's like $30, but it's damn good.
Do you know what I also think?
Steal it.
It is good. The truff, yeah. Oh, and they do the pasta sauce too.
Mwah.
Do you know what I will say though? This is a classic adventure quest movie, and overall, once you see the entire movie, it's a simple story, but there is so much intertwining throughout. This movie doesn't tell you, it shows you. And in the second act, him going to the city and you discovering this underground world is so well done.
Yeah, it's so
what is happening?
logical in terms of, okay, this character, I understand every decision that they're making.
Yeah.
I understand where they're going without them being like, we're going here to do X, Y, and Z. It's like,
so
no,
clear.
you just know that they're doing what they need to do. He's doing what he needs to do to get his pig back.
And he loves that pig.
No, it's a cute pig.
It is a cute pig.
Cute pig.
It is a cute pig. So overall, I would say... Oh, and this director his first, like, debut by himself. He had co-directed, I think, 2 very, very indie movies. But this is his first, like, recognition as a director as well.
If you're directing this could be a little segment. If you're directing and you have the power, do you throw in a scene with his wife at any moment, whether it's in a dream, a flashback, or anything like that? Do we see his wife ever, or is it better not seeing his wife? You don't have to have a concrete answer. I was just thinking, like, that strong love that's carrying him onward.
No, I think
don't need it.
I think that the representation of the pig is done well, and honestly, you don't realize his wife is they never go out and say it until literally the very end that you just piece it. This movie does a good way the movie is done well in that you're piecing the puzzle together yourself, the audience. It makes you think, but it's not hard to understand.
I wouldn't even say it makes you think. It makes you feel. It makes you feel.
I would go after my little pig.
Yeah, Nick's just doing his thing.
He's like, I will kill.
He's like, I will fucking kill people. He doesn't.
And it was also very much, he was just like, why'd you have to mess with me?
Yeah, he's living. So earlier we said they did a good job not abusing the Nick Cage meme. There is one moment which was glorious in the movie, in the third part when he has to transport himself because he's losing his ride and he steals somebody's bike and just screams at a person walking on the sidewalk.
And it was a little comedy moment.
You had to giggle because that is
also,
so Nick Cage.
You're so in it with Nick Cage. You see why he justified doing that.
Yeah, he's at the end. He's at the breaking point.
He's losing his mind. So.
Yeah. But all in all,
I would recommend.
It's
good.
It's not.
So it surprised me.
Yes.
I would give Pig 7.3.
Interesting. I would give it.
Because this is someone I would tell everyone to watch
it. 8.1.
Really? Okay. So would we settle on a 7.8? I would settle.
Let's go 7.7 between the two of us.
Okay, so we're
because the third act. Now it's like again, that's a darn good review. The third act
falls off a little bit.
Too
sad.
Get higher.
And something happens that just breaks your heart. That's all I'll say.
Yes.
Pig is available on Hulu. I feel like everyone has Hulu.
Is it on Netflix?
No.
It's not?
No.
Are you sure?
We watched on Hulu.
All right. Listen to Chandler. She is smarter than I am.
Pig is on Hulu. Support it. Go watch it.
Yeah, all these movies right now. There are a bunch of again, committee movies being made, and some of them fall flat, some of them don't. But you want to go support these movies.
Support indie filmmakers.
Yeah. So there's more.
And
so there's more of.
Is also a family-friendly movie.
Yeah, that's true.
You can watch it with your parents and stuff. And you're not going to be uncomfortable.
Watch it with your girlfriend, really.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a hand job to it. It's not a. Are we allowed?
Yeah, sure. It's our channel.
I don't know what your audience is.
I don't know what your audience is.
3 friends who will watch this. No, it's not like a feel good, get a hand job from your girlfriend or boyfriend. It's I want to feel a human. I want the human experience.
I want to see a good movie that has a full emotional wheel of things.
Emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
Grief, anger, laughter, love.
Loss,
sadness. I also, this is a side note and then we'll end it. I love when they're on the mountain and the lady's just
the psycho?
Just cleaning the truffles. And she's like, was it a truffle pig? And he's like, yes. And she's like, ah!
She was a great
I was like,
5-second character.
Damn, truffle pigs
hell
are
yeah.
worth money.
This lady's on my side.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all for Pig. Definitely go check it out.
If you know if Nicolas Cage showered that whole time or not, let us know.
Covered in
doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Next time, we'll see ya.